Alright guys, let's get into my first flak build. So I've never done this before. So again, if I do have any skills that are wrong or skills that I need to work on, or skills that would benefit me greater than the skills that I chose, please tell me in the comments. I read all the comments. I try to respond to most of the comments. That way you know that I actually did receive what you said and I can actually improve upon my flak building skills. Also, if you made it this far and you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Blue Crew. See all my new flak builds, my Mo's builds, my Mar builds, maybe even Zane builds one day. But I'm just now getting the flak, so we're gonna take our time to get there, okay? But anyways, let's get into the build. So as you've seen, my main weapon is gonna be the light show. I have a nuclear one here, is the one I'm using because I like the radiation damage. I will include some other versions of it with that same consecutive hits anointment. I think I have a shock one and a fire one also. I'll include those. Another weapon, excuse me. Another weapon that does really good on bosses also is the miscreant. I do have a rapid miscreant, which I feel like would work better. It worked really good on Mo's. The miscreant did because of the rapid prefix with the constant regeneration of ammo. But with flak, I don't think it's gonna work that same way, so I need more hard-hitting weapons. I'm using the stuffed plague bearer because it can down bosses also. You don't ever see me use it in this build, but it is very, very good for downing bosses. We all know the plague bearer is one of the best rocket launchers in the game right now. Using it with that splash damage anointment on action skill in, consecutive hits on these two. And I have this monarch. Monarch, we all know, is a beast. It's been a beast for quite a while now, for about a month, 2 months. It's been like one of the top tier assault rifles. And I'm using one with that additional shock damage on it. If you had one with consecutive hits, it would be nasty, but I don't have one, so I ended up using this one. Using Transformer. Flak seems to be the most squishy character out of all. Like, I thought Mo's had like bad health regen and things like that, but it seems like Flak is really lacking in like health regeneration because he's about almost being like a glass cannon, you know. I down you before you down me type of vibe is what I get from him. I do so much damage to single targets that I kill you before you have a chance to kill me. I mean, it's cool because you can just chain that damage off of enemies and keep going, but it takes a little getting used to that playstyle compared to the playstyles of the other two characters that I'm used to playing. Using an It's Piss for more grenade, not for grenade damage, for more damage period with that anointment where I throw the grenade and I get more damage. All just about maximizing that damage with flak. I'm using a stack bot. Using stack bot because weapon critical damage, weapon damage, and that pistol damage, which are all gonna be great for when I'm using my main weapon, the light show. Just works really well on flak. At least I think so. I did end up getting some other class mods. I even got one with action skill damage. So if you know what action skill damage is, or what skills of flaks are action skill damage, please let me know because I can try to make a build around it with this action skill damage when I have here. I'm using a Pearl. Pearl seems like it would work the best with flak out of every other character, to be honest with you. The only other character I see it working so well with would be Mo's. And it still seems like the Pearl was made for flak. Kind of like Elemental Projector was made for Amara. It's just how I feel. In the Hunter tree, 5 points in the Interplanetary Stalker. I got this skill because I wanted that extra damage. I guess I'll read it out. This is my first build. Hunter skill kill. Whenever flak kills an enemy, they gain a stack of Interplanetary Stalker. For each stack of Interplanetary Stalker, they and their pet gain bonus to all damage dealt. So like I said, I wanted that damage. I wasn't really concerned about the pet damage. I wanted my damage. And it stacks multiple times up to 30%, so I thought it was worth it. I'm using Hunter's Eye. Using Hunter's Eye just so I can get that critical hit damage. Armor damage and damage reduction is nice, but it's only against beasts. I fight more robots and humans than I do anything else, so that critical hit damage is going to be my biggest come up from Hunter's Eye. In head count, action skill cooldown, main thing I did it for. Two Fang. I didn't even know this was ability of flaks, to be honest with you. I watch a couple of different people, like It's Termix, one of my YouTube buddies. He's really is a flak main. Makes a lot of flak builds. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. I have a link for his channel right here. But I did this for the extra projectile chance. just so I could try to spawn more and more bullets from my light show, because you know the light show already spawns multiple bullets, and I tried to make it even more, so I thought it was pretty useful. Using the most dangerous game, just because I want that extra gun damage. How do I get that gun damage? I guess I'll read this one also. Hunter kill skill. Whenever FLAK kills a badass or stronger enemy, they gain increased critical hit damage, gun damage, and handling for a long time, and their pets receive increased damage for a long time. Make sure you read that it says long time, not short time. So it just helps me get that gun damage, that extra 25%, the extra 10 critical, everything that I'm getting from this. And it has a duration of 120 seconds, which is, it seems huge to me. Maybe there are skills that benefit him more, but I don't know about those yet. You know, I'm just getting into him. Grim Harvest. Using Grim Harvest for that gun damage again and that action skill damage. Not sure what skills of his scale with action skill damage. I think the rack attack scales with action skill damage, so I may be able to make like a full rack attack build here soon. Not sure. Just throwing that out there. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Galactic Shadow, critical hit damage. It's FLAK. Critical hit damage seems like the best thing to go with. And Megavore, another critical hit damage. Gotta have. I'm trying to get as much critical hit damage as I can to make my light show just really melt through anything that comes in contact with, honestly. Looking in the Stalker tree, self-repairing system. I seen this ability and I was like, yes, I definitely want this ability for the health regen, you know, and the max health is really nice. I have 1 point in the Furious attack, just for after shooting the enemy, I gain a stack, and stacks do 0.4% extra damage. I get handling, I get pet damage. I can have 10 stacks, so it seems very useful. Yes, they only last 4 seconds, but if you're going through an area and you're killing multiple enemies, it seems like it would work really well. Got Eager to Impress. Kill skill, whenever FLAK kills an enemy, action skill cooldown time is reduced. There's nothing else to be said about it. It's all about my action skill cooldown so I can cast it as much as possible so I can just melt through enemies and keep moving. Lick the Wounds. So I didn't know that Lick the Wounds, I did know that Lick the Wounds did get you up and fight for your life. I didn't know that Lick the Wounds pretty much nullifies post-mortem, because I have post-mortem and excuse me, post-mortem wasn't the one I was thinking about. I was thinking about roguelike, never mind. But Lick the Wounds is great. It helps keep me alive more often than not, seeing that FLAK just does not have much like health regen, which is weird to me. I got this skill, Turn Tail and Run, just for some more health regen and the damage reduction while I'm moving, and more damage when I'm not moving. Seemed like it helped quite a bit. Try to get as much damage reduction and damage and like sustainability as I could with FLAK. Hidden Machine, just for that extra damage when there's no one targeting me. So when I go into fadeaway, there's no one targeting me, so I get that extra damage. It's nice. Fast and the Furious. Got this for the gun damage again. The pet damage, I'm not really worried about the pet damage, but the movement speed and the gun damage is what really makes that for me. Kill skill, Rage and Recover. After killing an enemy, FLAK and FLAK's pet regenerate health over a few seconds. 8% of health missing per second. It only lasts 3 seconds, but I get 8% of my health per second. It's really nice. Last but not least, I'm gonna get Power Inside. With the Power Inside, if I'm at full health, I increase my damage. Well, excuse me. FLAK and FLAK's pet gain increased damage when FLAK activates his action. FLAK activates an action skill. So I get 25%. So I believe if I'm reading this right, I get 50% if I'm at full health. So that's nice. Last but not least is going to be the Master Tree. Guessing this is his pet tree more than anything. That's what it looked like when I was going down. It seemed like it was mostly for like a pet build if I wanted to go that route, you know. In this skill tree, I only got more gun damage and action skill duration. And I just got critical hit damage with Go for the Eyes. That's all I got. I don't know why I got the pet damage, just to try to make my pet as valuable as me. Because I'm not always going to be doing crazy damage, but most of the time I will be with the light show. The other guns I have in the build, they do. We all know the Monarch does great damage. The Plague Bearer can do great damage. It's very situational. And I like the Miscreant, so I threw it in here, and I was able to kill Trump with it pretty fast with it, so I threw that in here also. Well guys, that is it. That is my first FLAK build ever. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Blue Crew. So I'm gonna be making builds on everybody eventually, and I know you guys are gonna want to see those. As always, Blue Crew, stay medicated, stay elevated. To the next video, peace.